All right, what is up, folks? We are back. This time, checking out a match from a Dragoon replay that I had. This was an interesting match in more ways than one. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'd like to showcase what this deck can do in games 2 and 3 in particular. So let's do the card by card. Shout out to DB Grinder. So Necro Valley, Crossout, Ash, Terraforming, and Shifter. And then the opponent has My Friend, Triple Tactics Talent, another My Friend, the Double Cross, and a Sleepy Memory. So they're going first. This is going to be pretty rough. We do have 2 interruptions here, which is fine, but this hand looks like a lot of gas. So we're going to go ahead and wait for the main phase. Now, this is interesting. I could have fired off Shifter in the standby or draw phase to play around talents, I guess, but I was going to play into it anyways with the Ash. I'm going to do my best to stop my opponent, so I guess I was playing into talents regardless going forward, but that's interesting to note. So they're going to My Friend Purrely, reveal 3 and add 1. So it looks like they're going to go for the Pretty Memory, it looks like here. So with the Pretty Memory, now this is going to go to their graveyards. This is where we decided to change Shifter. This is great because they're not going to be able to recycle any of their spells from the grave. That's a huge portion of this deck. So the Shifter is at least going to hurt that. I think it was at this point that this dude started talking mad smack. Thankfully, the chat replay does not exist. So we both gain 1,000. They get their Purrely. So at this point, I'm like, all right, they are probably pretty strapped for resources here. Let's cut off this generic search and put them on Better Habit. So they are going to talents me here. Draw 2. Does feel kind of bad, but at this point, you know, we've burned everything. And this is where I realize they're on just Spright stuff. So they're going to go ahead and bring out the blue, take a tiny bit of damage to grab a red. The Jet's going to probably grab the other portion of their engine by setting up their Gigantic here. So they have a monster negate, they have a spell trap negate, and then the Double Cross in hand as well, which can, you know, be used to attach stuff too. So this is super nasty to play through, even though they didn't make a Purrely XYZ. Doesn't matter. Like we're gonna have some serious issues dealing with this with only 3 cards, 4 when I go first, or when I take my draw. So, not the best fusion spell, I would say, in the game. This is gonna, you know, get my engine started, but the problem is it's gonna take a card out of my hand to do so. So my ability to fight back is pretty limited. I probably should have just scooped, but I think I gave my opponent a little bit of knowledge by trying to set something up. I wanted them to get them to think I was on like Branded or some shit like that. So we got the Secret Village, just giving away more of our secret sauce, which just doesn't seem smart. Show them we have a Necro Valley as well. Go for an Aluber for Branded Fusion Search. They're probably just going to stop the Branded Fusion, and our turn will be over there, and that's probably where we just admit defeat. Cool. So moving on to game 2. Now we are in the post-siding, and yeah, we drew the absolute nuts. This is the god hand. Especially going up against an XYZ or synchro strategy. This is just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So this is a Secret Village, Ghost Ogre, Grisaille Prison, Red Eyes Insight, and a Red Eyes Fusion. Then they've got their Spright Starter, Mind Control, Snatch Steal, double steal spells. Those are hilarious. And then a double Pretty Memory as well. So, yeah, we're just going to proceed to obliterate them. So we're going to go ahead and thin the deck out by getting our Wyvern into Grave. That will allow us to search another copy of Red Eyes Fusion. Not that we're going to need it. And then we're just going to go ahead and bring out the dude. So we dump our Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon. Boom. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Best fusion in the game. So now we're going to go ahead and drop our Secret Village, set Grisaille Prison, and pass. There's nothing they can do here, right? They're not putting up a Spellcaster. What do they draw? It's hilarious that they draw a monster that's playable and they didn't draw another spell. I would have absolutely loved to see another spell, but no, they drew something that's somewhat playable. So we're just going to flip this in the draw phase just to hopefully get them to immediately move to game 3. This is going to lock them out of XYZ and Synchro Summoning for the next 3 turns. Yeah. Awesome. So when you draw the 3-card combo, it's amazing. Even a 2-card combo would have done it at that point. Secret Village plus Dragoon against the spell deck. Also, I guess, yeah, not revealing that we were on the Dragoon was very clutch, because then getting some targeting spells, they had no idea that this guy was completely untargetable. Or they had no idea I was going to put out an untargetable dude, more rather. All right, let's check out game number 3. This is where it gets really interesting, right? Because now they are going first, and we are in another post side. We've at this point, because we know we're going second, we are 100% siding out all of our floodgates, trying to put in as many board breakers as we can. This is going to go so crazy against the Spright stuff. So we got Dark Ruler, Red Eyes Insight, Cross Out, Prosperity, and Ash. They're on with My Friend again, Nimble Beaver, Double Cross, Sleepy, and Pretty. This is going to be kind of rough. We have an Ash Blossom and a Prayer, basically. So we're not going to Ash this. They're just going to reveal 3, add 1. I'm pretty sure we stopped one of the Purrely spells. Maybe not. Purrely? No. We might just hold Ash, honestly. What is this going to do here? Beauty, Beaver. Okay, so we dropped the Ash on the Beaver. We're going to force them to extend, commit more cards to the graveyard. Cool, they'll have their little Purrely guy. Excavate. They hit a My Friend and a Purrely. Interesting. Neither of those are really doing much, though. They've already normal summoned. I've already used My Friend. So now they're going to go ahead and climb into the Sprint. Get rid of an Angler to bring out the 2 Beavers again. So they will get access to their Spright stuff, which is great. Because we're just going to annihilate that stuff anyways. So, interesting to note, this thing only has 2 materials. So they're not setting up a Nasty Noir, which is great. I don't really see the synergies, to be honest, besides them both being XYZ based. Okay, so they make a Gin Buster. They're probably going to put out a Carrot as well. Carrot should be in defense. And then, let's see. They set down their Purrely. That's fine. They're just going to get blown out by a Dark Ruler. Nice. So that's just going to deal with everything besides whatever this is. And they're not going to, Purrely into something that's actually good because, this is 2 materials. So whatever they make will have basically 3 materials. So not that great, unfortunately, for them. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't at least try to make like an IP Masquerena or something like that. That seems way better than a Gin Buster and Carrot. I don't know. They could have done something way better for sure. But nonetheless, they are just going to lose to Dragoon now. So now we'll make the Wyvern go to Grave to search our Red Eyes Fusion. And then they're going to Purrely into Noir in attack mode too. I think at this point the psychological damage had been done, and they were like really mad in the chat. Like they were saying all sorts of curse words and just weird stuff. So we go ahead and grab our Red Eyes Fusion. That does nothing. Cool. And they just... I think at this point, once I grabbed the Red Eyes Fusion, I was like, easy or something like that. Just something like the first thing I said all game, just to like really grind their gears. And that was it. I think they like activating cards just to use all their stuff and then rage quit, which is very common on Dueling Nexus. But yeah, anyways, that is our Dragoon strategy in action, taking care of some business in a very quick match, I will say. So yeah, thanks.